a 2-1 team set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So the Packers make their way out for the first time, and it's Jordan Love that has the keys to the car here in his 5th season as a pro and 2nd as a starter.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
Here's Love. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You look at this defense for the Vikings. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Romeo Doubs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Vikings offense making their way out behind their former number 3 overall pick, who spent his last year as a 49er. It's Sam Darnold.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big score.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out, still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Love. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here is third down and 4. Love from the gun. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Darnold. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now a first down carry by Jones. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw is Darnold. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Darnold now to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Well, the numbers for Reed a week ago. 8 catches, 95 yards, and a score.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
Throwing, Love. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Romeo Doubs, his intended receiver, And it's third down.
You look at this defense for the Vikings.
They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Got Dobbs over the middle.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
This is Dillon on the counter.
Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Now Love. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Jefferson going to go in motion right.
Back to throw, Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Now Darnold.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And this will be a Vikings 1st down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32.
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold.
This one swung out here to Jones.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the 1st down.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Well, an unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on.
2nd and 20.
Here's Darnold. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. And remember, the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Through the middle of the field. How about this? He's to the 10.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
A.J. Dillon.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
Unable to corral him. He fights through.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now it's Darnold. Got a man, that's Trent Sherfield. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
It's a gain of 6. And the Vikings first down.
21-0 our score after 1. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And some space here.
And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. 57 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
I guess that's what happens when you give the current NFL rushing leader that much room.
And when you do, all you're doing is solidifying his standing at the top of the leaderboard. He's going to continue to get more and more yards. Good luck trying to chase him down.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. That he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
A man who played his college ball in Tallahassee, here's Cam Akers.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
2nd and 4. They could still get a 1st down without scoring.
Up the middle, Jones. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Aaron Jones, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings get a bit closer.
Well, this had not been the greatest of first halves to this point. They've been pretty well dominated in all phases of the game, so this was an important drive just to show they can move the football and finish. And now they're on the board here on the touchdown run.
Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. That time a 6-play drive. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Packers offense and running back A.J. Dillon headed back onto the field. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Love now.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
Only able to gain a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
To throw now. Here's Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Here's Aaron Jones and the offense trotting back out. Now, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. An inside give to Jones.
Holding, offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Here's Darnold. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Packers offense and Romeo Doubs getting ready to go back to work.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
At the 43-yard line.
Off the play fake, Love.
To the left side, there's the tight end Musgrave.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Love looking to throw it. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt.
On the return is Powell. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Here's a give to Jones running left. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Yeah, he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So here are the Packers now to take over. They were losers a week ago to Tennessee, but they're on top right now as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They're quickly out, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return. A scoop and score for the Vikings. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Extra point right down the middle. And they're back with it, a touchdown at 21-14.
Vikings 14.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. Now, he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And that CD, one heck of a run. He just refused to go down.
And that's where determination comes in, because he had at least a couple of guys had really good shots at him, but he just said, I don't think so. Speed, power, elusiveness, all on display right there. Look like you, partner, back in your salad days in Evansville.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Packers ready to take over offensively. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Now 2nd and 5. Here's Love. That's to Kraft, the tight end. That one a first down pickup of 8. Love. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And that'll be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here, because they didn't incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock, because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Love from the gun. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. Here's Daniel Whelan now. Here's Powell on the return. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. The Vikings offense had Aaron Jones headed back onto the field. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Darnold. And that is incomplete.
That's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on 3rd down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Great coverage there. Holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense heading back for one final first half drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
That's good for a Green Bay Packer.
Looking to throw. Love. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
To the right side and intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we close out the first quarter of this season. We'll start our tour out in the city of Angels, Los Angeles, where you see the final score there. Isaiah Pacheco, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we'll head east to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. And they've got the lead at halftime over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Jonathan Brooks, a touchdown run in that first half. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we take a look at some of the highlights, we see just how impactful he's been. He and his quarterback have such a great chemistry together, and it's been on full display throughout the contest.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
To throw is Darnold.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, we all know possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Darnold now to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 110 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Love with a give to Dillon. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
In motion right, Dobbs. On play action. Love to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Jonathan Grenard picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On now is the Packers punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be Vikings ball 1st and 10. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see it back. Just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a 1st down. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 2. The give is to Jones. Breaks a tackle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Running right, Jones. Nifty move. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center because, remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Back to throw, Darnold.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They'll run on first down. It's Lloyd. Gets around him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That good for 19 and a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
2nd down and 3.
At the Vikings 41-yard line.
Running up the middle, here's Dillon.
And gets by him, and now a little daylight.
Still on his feet.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
A.J. Dillon.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers have taken the lead.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
McManus's point after is good, and they will take a 7-point lead. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards.
And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off on the touchdown run.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. Buying time to his left. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new. It worked there. A nice little juke. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
145 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. And here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Holding offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold.
Addison hauls it in.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Back now at Lambeau. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through three quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Now the toss to Jones, running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. A give up the middle to Akers.
Oh, fighting off the defender. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
Going right back to Akers.
Powers through. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. A give to Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time.
That is caught. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
A give, running right is Akers.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Being chased out left. Oh, he stays up, and he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. And the defense rises to the challenge. They get him down for a loss of 2, and it brings up 4th and goal.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown, Vikings.
Johnny Mundt
from 6 yards away.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Packers offense set to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Play fake. Here's Love. He's got the hook up with Dobbs.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
To the right side, this is Dillon.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Now Love. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Man in motion is Sherfield. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And able to pick up the 1st across midfield to the 47. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Solid effort by Jair Alexander there defensively. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Able to shake him off. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Man in motion is Sherfield. 2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. They'll run a draw now with Akers. And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning.
The home team's offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. This is 1st and 10. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. Watson making the catch.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Holding offense.
Here's 1st down.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Running right, here's Dillon. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Now Darnold. Pass complete. It's Hockenson.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Here's Darnold. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. Oh, but a great tackle there. Going to hold him to no gain as the clock runs. On 2nd down, another run for Dillon.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So advantage Packers here. They'll possess the ball first with a chance to win it here in overtime. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Running left is Dillon.
Oh, and now some space to operate.
Holding offense.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. That's complete to Dobbs.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Glove.
It finds his receiver, Watson.
Just a gain of a couple there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field.
Now their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another 1st down.
He'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
He gets it to Addison.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Holding. Offense.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on second down. Darnold. Pass complete to Addison. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
And Darnold doesn't like what he sees. He's going to signal for a timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
Darnold to throw.
His pass caught at the 4. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
From the 3, 2nd and a yard.
Now it's Darnold.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime.
So it's a win for the Vikings, and it was Sam Darnold, CD, who really led the charge.
Yeah, what struck me was how composed he was in the pocket. The numbers weren't spectacular. He had 2 touchdown passes, that's it. But he led his guys on some important drives when they needed it most, and they're going to come away with the victory.
So for the Vikings, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.